Hello, my friends. This is the last training on mastering the art of communication, unlocking the secrets to powerful connections. I hope you've been following the previous training videos or you've been listening to the previous training. And today we culminate this entire mini series after we spoke about getting clear on your why. It's important for you to become a powerful and influential communicator who builds relationships, someone who leverages your unique value proposition to create the career and the life you truly want. Everything that I've covered in this mini series can be applied to your career as well as your personal life. I know as a woman who was in the business world, working in the corporate environment, very competitive environments for over 25 years, and studies that Harvard Business has done, and many sources can validate that when people were asked at the end of their lifetime what was the most rewarding about their career and their life, people always say it was the relationships I nurtured throughout my entire life. And we learned that people who did that were the happiest, and people who didn't found themselves perhaps rich and unfulfilled, or perhaps broke and unfulfilled. And this is a chance that we have as we wrap up this mini series to truly connect with how can you leverage your communication, verbal, nonverbal, listening, your body language, preparing, crafting a beautiful message to touch the lives of the people around you. And touching their lives means that you're going to help them in some way. It means that they're going to help you in some way to advance your mission, your vision for your organization, for your team, for your company. And that in your personal life, you're going to leverage it to uplift others. You're going to leverage it to feel that sense of belonging, to contribute to the people around you. And when we contribute at a level that surpasses what everybody else is doing, that's when the marketplace rewards you and says, hey, I want what she has, and I'm going to compensate her for that. And so if you're finding yourself not making enough, not getting what you want, not having a fulfilling career, ask yourself the question, how am I leveraging my communication to contribute to my environment? Am I doing the best that I can? And I want to leave you this mini training as we wrap up with bring your whole self to your communications. Bring all of who you are, your essence, your character, your mind, your heart. Be vulnerable as you engage with others. Know your audience, right? Read the room. Let's not be tone deaf in terms of not really looking to see who am I speaking with? What is it that they want and need? And what am I going to talk about that's relevant to them, that matters to this audience? Wherever you are, read the room. Raise your emotional intelligence, which includes your self-awareness. How am I showing up? Your self-management. Ooh, I really want to speak up and say something, but I'm going to hold back. I'm going to manage my emotions and I'm going to respond instead of react. And then be socially aware. What is the emotion in the room? What is the vibe? What am I picking up intuitively about what's happening in this room? And then build relationships. That's the fourth component of emotional intelligence. As you raise your emotional intelligence and you give yourself love and compassion, forgiveness, you will see that you will harness the best version of who you are. It's really hard to bring your best forward when you're being self-critical, when you have a lot of self-doubt, when you lead with pessimism, when you are shackled to perfection. These are factors that truly hinder our abilities for our highest self to come forward. And so rather than do those things, what if you accepted yourself just as you are today? Look at your communication skills on a scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate yourself? 1 being low and 10 being outstanding. Where do you fall? How do you rate yourself? And then give yourself forgiveness no matter where you are, whether you are a 1 and you're saying, Ginny, I have a lot to go forward. Ginny, I am a 9 and I'm feeling fabulous about my communication. Amazing. Wherever you are, be there, accept it, and decide, how willing am I to move forward? How willing am I to take the next steps? How willing am I to follow these strategies that I share with you, the 5 strategies of becoming a masterful communicator, so you can influence the outcomes, influence the rooms that you visit, virtual or live? How willing am I to prioritize myself and my communication skills? And if you are willing, I invite you to re-listen and re-watch these videos and begin to craft an action item from each of them. So at the end, you should have 5 action items. Is that doable? And what if you don't overwhelm yourself? What if you just chose one of those action items to focus on once a month? Meaning, for this next month, I'm going to focus on item 1. The following month, item 2. By the end of the 5 months, you would have touched on each of the 5 action items that you put on your action items list. And here's the beauty of it. Don't leave it to chance, because when you finish watching this, out of sight, out of mind. So what I would recommend is that you put it on your calendar. Item 1 for this month, item 2 for the following month, and so on and so forth. And that's how we gain momentum. That's how we build confidence. Confidence does not come to us from wishing it and wanting it and thinking about it. Confidence comes from taking action, watching your outcome, watching the results, and tweaking, pivoting, and doing something slightly different to get a better result. That's how we build our confidence and how we harness our growth mindset. I am willing to evolve and change because I can, because I want to. And so if that is you, my friends, you can always reach me at callwithginny.com. I'm very grateful for you watching or listening to this mini series. And there is always a next level from a place of abundance. The world is there for you. It's up to you to step up and say, am I curious about how far I can go? And that's my why. My why is to fulfill my potential and to help my son Kyle and my clients fulfill theirs. Live with purpose, live with joy. And before I forget, please visit executivebound.com/events to see what we're up to. We usually have free trainings scheduled, so don't miss them. Check them out. Until then, I'll see you soon.